Oh, damn.
All right. Well, we're on live, so just spoiler alert. Kitty's going first. All right, guys, welcome back. And when I say welcome back, that is because we literally just dropped our Eternal spoiler review. That's live. That is now on my channel. But now I'm joined by Jawan and Kitty, and we're about to go over our thoughts and spoiler review of the first two episodes of Hawkeye that just dropped on Disney Plus just 2 days ago. And I watched it a little later in the day. I really wanted to watch it early in the morning, but I got to catch it later in the day. And I will say, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I even told you, Jawan, when we first were told about the upcoming Disney Plus projects, and what they had in store for the streaming service.
This was not your favorite.
This wasn't my favorite. No, it wasn't. It was again, as a Marvel fan, right? I was going to watch it. I was going to watch it anyway. I don't care what Disney Plus puts out, unless it's Home Alone. Whatever Disney Plus puts out, except Home Alone reboots, I will watch them because this is Marvel. This is what I like. And I watched it. I'm glad we got the first two episodes. I wanted more. I wanted all six. But it was really good. You know, it made me. I already knew I was going to love Haley Steinfeld in this character as a character of Kate Bishop. I loved Rogers the musical. I thought that was great. I loved that it was explained why he was starting to lose his hearing. You know, that was a great way of showing it. And I love the villain that's kind of teased, although I don't think she's going to stay a villain, but you guys will correct me in Echo. And I also loved what we have in store and the possible. I love Jawan's background because the guy on the right is exactly what I'm talking about. I love the possibilities of what we're going to get out of this series. You know, the possibility of Kingpin coming. You know, and the whole use of Echo and how she worked for Kingpin and stuff like that. You know, and the fact that she's getting her own series as well. Hold on a second, because somebody's back, bitches. Jay, welcome back. I appreciate it. Well, I'm glad you caught this from the beginning. So yeah, long story short, love the series. I love the first two episodes. I like the dynamic between the two. And Hawkeye, again, I love Jeremy Renner. So it's not like I don't like Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye itself, as a comic character, was, when you put him with the Avengers, you got guys like Iron Man, Thor, Hulk. He's going to be pushed aside. I mean, look at the Rogers musical. His caricature is all the way on the side. The poster for the Rogers the musical. You got Hawkeye, very small, all off to the back and whatever. The other thing I thought was funny was the whole LARPers. The live action. What's
it called? Live action role play.
Role players. Is that what it is? Role players.
Could be.
Is that what LARPers is? Live action role players? Whatever. I love that. My one question, though, really quick. I know Ronan's identity was never made public, right? No one knows that Hawkeye or Clint Barton is Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
But Val does.
Yeah. Well, right? Remember, Val only does because the government does. So whoever she works for has the ends. If she herself doesn't have the ends. Because remember,
but no, it's not a complete. I'm saying it's not a complete mystery who Ronan is. There are people that know.
No, we just as common folks have no idea.
Yeah.
But remember, Rhodey was saying the government was just like, "Yo, we gonna do something about this?" Like he just keeps killing people. And
yeah,
like, but the pure resistance is that Maya Lopez is actually Ronan in the comics, so that's what I loved. Like that was nice.
Yeah, and the other thing too, and I didn't know, and I'm surprised because Kitty's the one that told me this. I didn't realize that Yelena was actually scheduled to be in 4 episodes.
4 out of the 6.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, according to IMDb, right?
Yeah.
So if she's in the next 4, that's a big portion of the series.
I don't think there's any way she's in that many.
That's what I said when Kitty told me that. But according to IMDb, she's in 4 of the 6.
To be fair,
credit.
To be fair, IMDb did have Keanu Reeves listed as Silver Surfer for Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, IMDb does work like Wikipedia.
Okay.
People can go in and change.
They listed Echo in all 6.
Well, we know that
Echo makes sense. Echo does make sense, but Yelena, I didn't see. I thought Yelena was going to be either in 1 or 2. I didn't see
because if that's the case, Kitty. Then we know that already. That's a lie. She wasn't in the first episode.
Oh shit, that's right. Echo wasn't in 1. Yeah.
What did I tell? I told Joe how many episodes did I say Echo was in? I wasn't sure.
No, you didn't say anything until just now. You said 6, but you said Yelena was in 4. I
said she was in a few. I remember messaging you about that.
Yeah. No, I remember you telling me Yelena.
4 makes sense. But Yelena, I do have a theory on where Yelena could work in this.
And I'm glad.
That is true. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing that. Yeah.
I'll definitely go down that rabbit hole. But to me, that kind of just right now where they're at, because we know episode 3 is where we get that car chase scene.
Yeah. We're definitely going to get that part 3 because I remember asking you because we were able to see whatever, and you didn't tell me any details.
Oh yeah, it did. But say Echo. I said 6, and Echo's only in the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I asked you if that car chase was in the first 2 episodes. You said no, so it's definitely coming. Yeah. But a lot of things are hinting, like I said, towards Kingpin. You got the Tracksuit Mafia. You got Echo. Just the fact that we're in New York. But really quick before I get into that, I will say, and I was just talking to Jawan before we went on live, before you even joined this, Kitty, backstage. I said what I got out of the first 2 episodes is that I know they're showing all their cards as far as Jacques, if you want to say it, or if you want to just simply say Jack Duquesne, and how he's possibly a bad guy, or he's there's something going on with his character. I think it's the mom.
Well,
100%.
I love how they have her in that red dress, and she looks like that. She looks like she's going to be that bad guy character because in the comics she's a vampire.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I don't know anything about this, so this is why I wanted to go first and whatever, and then I wanted you guys to dive into the lore, your theories or whatever, and I'll go over any of the theories that I've heard online as well. But I didn't know that she's really.
Yeah, in the comics she's a vampire. Like her dad, Kate Bishop's dad, was actually the person involved in killing her mom.
Wait a minute. Yeah, because I know in the comics, I do know that really quick. They did change the fact that it wasn't the dad that died; it was the mom, and the dad's the one that raises Kate Bishop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to go with. They never stick the story, but I'm not exactly sure how they're going to go with what her character's going to be.
Yeah.
But they alluded like she's in that red dress, and she's got this very evil. She's got a very mysterious allure about her.
And also, too, I think she killed the dad. I mean, it's also alluded to, he disappears downstairs. She disappears downstairs. And there's no mention of him. Like, something's going on. And in the comics, too, wasn't he guilty of possibly killing her? Or
no, just like she was, he was cleared of it. But they went on vacation together, and she just never returned. And
okay.
Yeah, she never.
But he was a suspect or something like that. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. I think it's suspect that they both disappeared, and then like I said, Kate was alone for a good amount of time when New York was under attack, enough to see Hawkeye in action and almost get killed from a Chitauri, and then all of a sudden the mom just appears and the dad isn't. So we don't really know what happens to the dad because it fast forwards to the funeral. But it's not just that. I feel like sometimes when either movies or series, especially in the first act. You remember, because this is a series, so it's hard. You can't really say first act because you can only say first couple episodes. But when you're going to put all your cards in one person and kind of put all the focus on Jack, he's got the what's that word? The butterscotch. But what is that called? Not a mammogram is when you do a breast exam. What is that called?
Monogram.
I was thinking mammograms because I was thinking titties. He has a monogram version of the butterscotch, which basically implies he was in Armand III's apartment, right?
Yeah.
Titties. And
I think you're killing Joe.
No, that's why I wanted to say it again. So, right there and then, that's where she suspects Jack of doing something, whatever, because she's the one that was at the apartment. She found the dead body. Obviously, Armand III was killed by a sword. Mm-hmm. It's implied that he was stabbed by a sword. So is it really that ironed out for us where we're like, all right, Jack is whatever? I think it's more of a red herring or more of a put the audience to focus on Jack. I think it's the mom. What do you guys think?
Especially again, red herring. She's wearing that red dress.
Red dress, titties. Yes. Juwan, what do you think?
You have to stop. No. I think she's Madame Mask. That's why I have Madame. God damn it! I hate.
There it is. I figured that. Yeah.
Right there. In the comics, she had a very close relationship with Madame Mask, and Feige very much loves to just blend two and make
characters together. Yeah.
We just saw that in Shang-Chi with the Mandarin. He was clearly not fully the Mandarin. He was Fu Manchu. Yeah. But obviously, you couldn't use Fu Manchu. That's extremely racist.
No. Yes. I was talking to Joe about that the other day.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Feige sitting in a room and going, so scrap it. Okay, got it. Racist, got you, no problem. It's just like you couldn't call what's his name Mayonnaise. You couldn't. There's no way you could have sold that calling what's his name in Black Panther Mayonnaise.
What's the character in the middle, really quick? I couldn't see.
It's the shot of Hawkeye, the shot that we get in Avengers.
Gotcha.
Where he's falling back. That's the first shot in the Matt Fraction comic.
Right. Yeah.
Him falling back, shooting the arrow. But I think she's Madame Mask. And I don't even think they're hiding it. They're deliberately telling you she's up to some real sketchy shit.
Well, also too because the argument that she has with Armand, he basically says, "I don't care. You didn't threaten me. I don't care what people you have, or I have powerful friends too."
Right.
So she's obviously either part of something or working for somebody higher.
I think, and again, I'm going to go into this later, but I do think she could be buddy with Val.
Okay.
I do think she could be buddy with Val. Where I was saying where I think Yelena could come in is when Echo fails. I could see Val. I could see that scene then happening to where Val's just like, well, if Echo didn't get the job done, we're gonna send Yelena.
So I'm not wrong for thinking Echo is going to turn and feel sympathy, right? She's going to be good.
Echo's gonna have to turn because eventually, in the comics, she's a good.
Okay, no, that's what I thought. That's what I didn't know if I just made that up or whatever, but I was under the assumption that Echo's going to turn, especially because she's going to have that not necessarily 100% not compatibility, but what's the word? When somebody is similar to because Clint's losing his hearing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's gonna.
I think probably where this is going is she is convinced that Clint has something to do with, Kingpin's death, and then realizes that that's not the true story.
No, you mean her dad?
Or her dad? Sorry,
okay.
Her dad's death, and realizes that that's not the true story.
Okay. Which, by the way, them race changing her to being Hispanic is very interesting because if you remember in Endgame, Rhodey very specifically says he was running through there was not a cartel, but he was running through like some kind of like Hispanic drug lords or something.
Ronin, yeah, Ronin was
as Ronin. So it's very possible that when he was going through bad guys, he might have killed her dad.
Now, in the comics, she's Native American, right?
Yeah, she's Native American.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very possible. But in the actual comics, Kingpin raises Echo.
Yes.
He tells her he's
the one who actually kills her dad.
Kingpin was the actual one.
Yeah. That's why I knew she had ties with Kingpin. I just didn't know what it was. But I also know what you're talking about, and that makes 100% sense because of that line of dialogue when he's telling Nat, about what Ronin's doing and how he went through this cartel or whatever. And if that's the case, because they changed her race, that makes 100%. I mean, that makes sense. That's really good.
Because I could see them bonding over that. And him going like, I don't think you knew who your dad really was. And then, her just not accepting it. And by the way, really, really, really good on the writers for adding in very early Clint's son doing sign language.
Sign language, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that when we see him doing it with Echo, it won't be just like, how do you just randomly know sign language? Like, his loss of hearing, his son wanted that, his family obviously wanted alternate ways of being able to conversate. So it's like sign language. Like, you're not deaf, but you are getting.
Well, is he gonna lose his hearing totally?
No, he didn't in the comics. He just had.
But there is going to be a scene when we talked about it when they were in the car. Now I don't know if his hearing aid gets damaged or something like that. He can't hear her.
I took that more so as him being a smartass, because that was when she was, because in the context of the scene, and again, I haven't seen the episode, just a clip from the what they released on Disney Plus Day. She's saying, "Let me drive and you shoot the arrows," and I kind of took it as more so playful, to where he's like, "I can't hear you," like I don't know, because the reason why I think it was being more playful, because remember, it's the same scene where she says, "There's arrows worse than this," and he heard her perfectly.
Yeah.
He didn't randomly pull another hearing aid out. So if his hearing aid isn't in or got damaged, I think he's just being somewhat of an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, I
that
can't
makes sense.
What? Like, no, I'm driving.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I was a little confused by that scene that we watched because it was on Disney Plus, and they showed you that clip, and he made it seem like he couldn't hear her unless he was looking at her mouth.
Yeah, no, I think he was being an asshole, because even as they were running, remember, she asked him, "What about this car? The car that's accurate from the actual comics?"
Right.
And he said, "Why would I damage that beautiful car? No, we're taking this one." So obviously he could hear her fine. I think he was just being an a-hole in that moment. Just like, what? You want to drive? I can't. What? I can't hear you.
Now, what's the significance? Because I actually didn't catch this when I watched it. I caught this in a breakdown of the episodes. What's the significance of that clock tower that she destroys, of it being part of Obadiah Stane's family?
No, it was just one of those things where it's like he probably donated to the school, so they named it after him.
Okay,
that was it. That's all.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if there was a significance in his name being part of that.
Just that they clearly don't know that Obadiah Stane was the worst kind of human being. But outside
pretty much,
of that, no significance.
And what is that watch? Whose watch is that? I mean, it's Iron Man's colors, but what is the significance of that watch? I'm trying to figure that out. That's what I want to know more than anything. Of any part of any of the episodes we got, because I remember we talked about in the comics that that underground auction that they were doing in the comics. It was more about Hawkeye's is it Hawkeye's identity or something like that, or what was it about?
He had killed a high prominent official or something like that,
and it was just video footage of that.
And Madame Mask had video footage of it, and Kingpin wanted to buy it.
Which makes sense that Madame Mask is the one that was actually behind that auction.
I think she 100% was behind that auction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even sending the Tracksuit Mafia to retain, not retain, to basically get whatever it was they were after, which was that watch, which is why I want to know what the fuck that watch is about.
I just assume that watch is some part of Stark Tech, and this is our first intro into Armor Wars.
Okay.
She's into security. I find it very hard to believe that when you're into security, you don't want some of that Stark Tech to enhance your security.
Gotcha.
So that's what I think it is, but it could be something as simple as Wilson Fisk is like, that was my dad's watch.
That's what everybody's saying, that it could be a sentimental value for a Wilson Fisk.
I mean, it's something as simple as a watch. If not for Civil War, I wouldn't even give it a second thought. But Stark turned his watch into a legit
exactly into the suit.
So I'm like, that might be some of the last pieces of actual Tony Stark tech that exist. Because I assume a lot of his stuff was in that compound.
Yeah,
went kaboom. So,
which I think at the end of what was it? What movie was it? I think it was it Black Widow? Not Black Widow. I was watching one of the breakdowns and actually showed you that when they were doing the rubble of certain things, I think in Endgame or something like that. I forgot what it was. You see a helicopter basically heliporting stuff out. I can't remember the end of the film, but either way.
Well, if that was the case, Tony Stark does have a cleanup crew.
Yeah,
we saw that,
which was part of not only in Spider-Man but also in No Way Home as well. You're going to see that department.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty, what did you think of the episode? Oh, 2 episodes. I'm sorry.
Well, you know that this was one of my most anticipated shows.
I do.
On Disney Plus this year, so watching it, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. It had that very Die Hard feel too.
It did. I mean, look, anything with Christmas music or anything Christmas themed, you got me. Sold.
Yeah. So it was fantastic, and especially because it dropped on like Thanksgiving time, I was like, this is fantastic. So, the first episode, you know, as a young girl, I was a huge fan of Kate Bishop, and you know, the Marvel girls are a big thing of mine. So I really love this. I love, you know, he's not everybody's favorite Avenger, you know. If we're gonna pick favorite Avengers, him and Natasha are probably not everybody's favorite Avengers, but I did like the duo. I did love that scene where he's watching the play, and he sees Natasha, and he's got that sentimental tie that like broke my heart. So it was just like I love that tie-in, that he's you know, you're feeling like he's still lost, you know, and that's what these episodes you're kind of feeling. He's battling, you know, himself. You're feeling that in these episodes. And I like that. I like that.
Also, too, can you imagine, either you or Jawan, can you imagine being a hero yourself?
Yeah.
Being a part of what that play is about. You know, the aftermath of New York and that battle. But you were a part of it. Now you're watching somebody else play you on a play. You know, playing you on a stage. I mean, but also at the same time, yeah, like you said, the fact that he lost somebody that was a big part of his life,
right?
In Natasha, you know, and also on the flip side, right in front of him watching the play is a girl cosplaying, a young girl cosplaying as Natasha, waving at him. Yeah. The reminders are everywhere of that. So
yeah, I think that's what broke him the most, was seeing the girl and seeing that Natasha's legacy lives on.
Yeah.
That there are people that looked at her as what she was, which was a hero. And I think that might have been when he decided to get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's exactly when he gets up and goes to the bathroom. And then the guy creepily pees right next to him.
Well, and he's also coping with the fact that he was the one who should have died, you know, when his best friend did. So it's like you're like watching all of these things in this episode, and he's battling
survivor's remorse, correct?
Yeah, and he's also battling with everybody thinks of him as a hero. They're giving him free shit, and you know, I really, really enjoyed these 2 episodes a lot. It was really great. And that, you know, Kate Bishop, the character, has a very comedic element to it as well. She kind of grounds that very droopy, like sullen character that Hawkeye brings. So I really like this. This is a really great a show so far. I loved the 2 episodes. And then Maya Lopez, you know, you can just, you know she's a deaf character, but her putting her hands on the speakers, like that was a nice intro into she's a deaf character. And I just love that. I thought that was a great way to introduce her.
She shoos the guy away. She's like,
that was my favorite part of her intros, when he's trying to break down to her, like they're out there.
Yeah.
Like, clearly I got it. Go. Get away.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed this. I cannot wait for the next episode. I think it's great. It's got, you know, it's got the mystery element. We don't really know what's going on, but at the same time, we're trying to make guesses like we do with the normal Marvel shows. And then it's got just enough action and comedy. I really do enjoy this so far. It's really great.
Yeah, no, I agree. And also too, I mean, look, we got the first 2 episodes in one shot. You only got 4 left, you know, and if it's already got my engagement, I mean, usually shows like this usually get me at 1. Sometimes it takes me the second or third episode, but the fact that it already got me, I do like the fact they dropped the first 2, but it sucks. We only got 4 left, you know, and they got to make it count because we only do have 4, but I have no doubt that they will. And like I said, it spikes your interest because you don't know where they're going. It could be certainly, you know, we could get Madam Mask. Are we going to get the introduction finally to, you know, the Netflix Wilson Fisk that we know, you know, played by Vincent D'Onofrio? We've already got word that we're going to get a Disney Plus version of Daredevil, right? So I can't wait for that. I'm only assuming it's going to be Charlie Cox. I'm hoping it is. So, like I said, it's not just about the show, because I don't get me wrong, I love the show. I love Jeremy Renner. If they're going to do Hawkeye by himself, I love it. I'm just saying, as a whole, if you put the Avengers, if you put them all on one screen, he's going to be an afterthought. But Hawkeye individually, having his own show, also alongside Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop, I love it. I love their back and forth. I love Lucky. I know we really didn't get to see much of Lucky, and I hope that's what the name he gets for the show. because they really didn't name him yet, but I do love that. I love the fact that he basically sort of, it's not really mentioned because she rescues him, but I think he rescues her as well.
That wasn't in the comics though.
Right. No, well, what was it?
Clint's dog.
Clint's dog, yeah. And he's the one that names it Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see about that. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for episode 3. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But if you had to, let's go on theories really quick. I know we talked about Madam Mask, and we all are anticipating, and we're pretty much we think we're going to get Kingpin as well. At least a mention if we don't see at least I think we're going to see him, but I think we're at least going to get a mention of a Kingpin. Any other theories that I'm missing? Anything else you guys can theorize or think we're going to get from the series?
I know people were theorizing that her being in a red room could lead to her being one of the escaped widows.
Yes, I did see that as well. Somebody compared her image to one of, I mean, how many fucking faces were on that screen at one point?
There's a lot.
But somebody said that once, because we already knew who was playing Echo. So when Black Widow came out, a couple of YouTubers or any other analysts were basically analyzing all the photos.
No.
And one particular photo resembled, but not 100%, because I think the nose was different, Echo. So it is possible that she was one of the other girls in the red room.
Possible. I mean, Echo's always reminded me of Cassandra Cain from DC, so it's just going to be interesting to see how they utilize her. Because Echo is very, very, very similar to Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they just utilize Echo. Maybe that's why they made Taskmaster suck balls. Because we're just like, well, we're going to be doing a lot with Echo, and they're literally
we're going to repurpose you, and we're going to basically give your qualities.
We're going to make you worthless, so Echo can be really cool.
I'm okay with that. Well, I'm not, but if we're gonna get somebody that is actually has those abilities, because we didn't get that, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I also like the theory that Clint's wife isn't just a stay-at-home mom.
Oh no. I remember the theory.
Yeah, she's the OG Mockingbird.
Mockingbird, that's what it was. Yes.
Because in the comics, Clint married Mockingbird.
Right, because she's very aware. She's very filled in.
Yeah,
very filled in too.
It kind of sounds like I used to be an operative too, so like I know the lingo. Because like when he said catch and release, she's like, Natasha's old move. Yeah. It sounded, because I doubt Natasha would come over and they would go, all right, so how was your spy day today?
No, that would be great.
Catch and release, like
because I think she's a great actress and I enjoy her as a character. So it'd be really cool if she's got because
she's being underutilized.
Yeah, she is being very underutilized.
Well, she's only being underutilized if she isn't more than just
stay-at-home mom.
Clint's wife, right? She's just Clint's wife, then she's nailing it. But if she is supposed to be like an OG Mockingbird or something,
but you know what? They concentrated on her a lot, even in Endgame. I thought for more so than they would on a normal family member too.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm just saying this: where people would go bananas is if whoever the true bad guy turns out to be, which I think we can all agree is 100% Eleanor. But Eleanor is like, okay, Clint's involved. Let me send somebody to Clint's house. And we're just like, damn, they're going to kill his wife. Clint's going to be, a single dad. And all of a sudden, his wife is just kicking ass. And it's like, why did you? And then, you know what I'm saying? And then she kind of gives the hint of like, oh, you guys thought like I was just a stay-at-home mom. Like, no.
So where does Jack Duquesne fit into this? If it really is,
well, remember Jack Duquesne in the comics is
his mentor, though.
Yeah, he's who raised Clint.
Right.
So I can't wait to see the scene where Kate goes, "Look, I know who's the head of all this, and it's Duquesne." Like he doesn't say the name, but he points. He brings Hawkeye to him, and then Hawkeye goes, "No fucking way."
So wait, you're saying in the MCU, it's going to be canon that they know each other?
There's no way, because there's no reason to use that character.
Okay.
There's absolutely no reason.
I thought maybe they were just going to go an alternate route, because this is a character we never heard of.
But it's also a character. It's such a random character to involve, if not having the connection.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I also would like to see if they go the route of his brother, Trickshot.
Right.
At some point.
How does a guy who's really good in swords mentor somebody who's a sharpshooter?
He didn't hone in his abilities of being a masterful shot. So he trained with his brother, Trick Shot.
Got
it. Trick Shot is who really kind of enhanced Clint's abilities, but Duquesne just raised him.
Got it.
That was the thing. He raised him in the carnival.
All right, I like that.
So he raised him and just taught him what he knew. That's why Clint, remember, as Ronin, what was his main weapon?
Sword.
Right.
A retractable sword, which is really cool.
I didn't know it was retractable. Did they show that in game?
I don't know if they did.
I don't think they did. I didn't know it was retractable.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, they did. Because when he took it out when he was running from the monsters,
he
went like that. And then it kind of like extended or whatever. But yeah, you don't introduce Duquesne unless there's a connection with Hawkeye. So it'll be interesting to see what Hawkeye's response is, because we've never heard him talk about his old life ever, ever. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting for him to kind of just go, "There's no way your future stepdad is the guy who raised me. There's no fucking way." So that'll be really interesting to see how that all plays out, because there should be some relevance to that. Oh no, I also just have here in my notes, Clint's catch and release line was a callback to
Natasha.
Time we saw Natasha in Avengers.
I love that scene.
The same thing. So I thought that was really cool.
She's like, I gotta right where I want. It was like,
I'm right where I want.
You don't got me. What?
It's like, wait, what? But we have you tied up.
She also looked like she was also like the hottest in that scene too.
Yeah, that was definitely the apex of
ScarJo
Johansson for sure.
Yeah.
No, I also do think the complete red background of Echo 100% was alluded to Daredevil. 1,000%, a billion,
okay,
1,000,000%,
all right,
a jillion %.
So not a red room. It was more.
It was kind of. Again, I'm sure it has some kind of meaning for sure, but I do think it was a little wink, like,
okay,
she's gonna get her show and she can't talk, he can't see. We're gonna have fun with this, because I don't think Feige, if he introduces Daredevil, is in any rush to bring back Elektra.
No,
because you kind of seen everything you could with Elektra.
Yeah.
So Daredevil to have something with Echo,
would
be dope.
That would be great.
Echo's just like, yeah, I want to take down Kingpin, and he's just like, no fucking way. So do I. So I think that would be really, really, really interesting. But yeah, Wilson Fisk, if we get him, will be an end credit scene of episode 5 or 6.
5. I think 5.
I think 6, because if you do it in 5, we fully expect him to be very important in episode 6.
I'm hoping we get some though. I hope we get more than an end credit scene. That's why I hope it's in 5.
I hope it's just an end credit scene, because the Echo series can be about her and Kingpin.
Okay.
And it's about her trying to stop Kingpin, and then you get in the middle of her trying to, like, she finally gets him, and then Matt shows up.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, oh, shit's about to get real. Like, Matt wants him, she wants him. What's about to happen? Are they about to make love on top of Kingpin? What's about to happen here?
I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be dope, right? No.
Yeah.
So I think if Kingpin is real, as far as rumored being on this show, it'll be in an end credit scene for episode 6.
Okay. All right. Kitty, anything you've heard? Any theories you want to talk about?
No, everything's been talked about.
Anything you want to see? Do you want to see Echo and Daredevil go at it on top of Kingpin?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not on my bucket list of things.
All right.
Especially not Vincent D'Onofrio, no.
No, he would be fully clothed. He's not involved.
No, yeah, he's just clothed. Yeah, we're not seeing it.
He's like a human bearskin rug.
Oh,
nice.
So he's essentially just their mattress. No, if there's one thing I want to see how they bring in Yelena.
Yeah, me too. Especially if IMDb saying she's gonna be in the next 4 episodes.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, because she didn't end she seemed like she was pretty much a bad guy towards the end there, right?
Do you guys see? Let me ask you this then. Now, this is the last thing I'll ask, and then we can wrap it up. Does Hawkeye make it out of this series?
Yeah.
So
is that 100% though? Is that do you really have that much of a
100%? Because I believe, because in the comics everyone thought he died. So then Iron Man gave Kate the nickname, well, not the nickname, the code name Hawkeye, because everyone thought
she
he
gets
was
the
dead.
moniker Hawkeye. Yes,
Right. And then when Clint comes back, he's just kind of just like, oh shit, that was fucked up, but I guess keep it.
but that's the comics. But with the fact that Jeremy Renner's getting older in age or whatever, and they obviously bring it up to Kate Bishop, is there a need for Hawkeye?
Yes, because if we start thinking like that, Ant-Man's daughter is about to become a young Avenger.
Yeah,
she's kill Ant-Man.
That's gonna
no, you can't kill Paul Rudd. He still looks like he's in his 30s.
She-Hulk is coming. She-Hulk is coming. You're not gonna kill Bruce.
No.
Everyone's replacements.
But those characters, no. But She-Hulk isn't replacing Hulk.
I don't think Kate is replacing Hawkeye. She's just taking.
But she becomes Hawkeye.
I think she's just taking up the mantle right now.
Taking up the mantle. That's it.
I just feel like where he's at in his life, him losing Natasha, the battle scars of him losing his hearing. Maybe he wants to settle down with his family.
Maybe he wants to go home now and be with his
family. No, I think he just retires.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to die.
Okay, all right. Maybe I said it wrong. Not necessarily dying. Is this the last we see of Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye?
No. I think if Kate Bishop gets her own show, her own movie, he'll be back in that. I think he could be back in Echo.
Right. And that was my fault. I did make it sound like I meant he was going to die. I actually was under that impression. I was thought maybe Elena does do it. But at the same time, it could also mean I meant the simple fact that he's getting older. He just wants to retire.
Because to me, it would be really stupid that you had a chance to kill Clint in Endgame. Chose not to.
Yeah.
And to kill Widow instead, only to get here a few months after Endgame, a year after Endgame, and then say, no, we needed him to die in the show. And it's like,
well, just pass the mantle.
No, but that's not the only way to pass the mantle.
You're right. Killing him in Endgame, he would have passed the mantle.
No, killing him in Endgame.
I just think this is a lot of setting up Young Avengers things.
That's all it is. Yeah. That's all it is. Just like Yelena won't kill Clint because she's the new Black Widow.
So wait, do we get in Young Avengers? Do we get like a baby Wilson Fisk in like a diaper?
No, because if we did, Rhodey would just come up and
just
choke him.
So no, but yeah, they're filling out the Young Avengers. It's also why I think Feige hasn't announced the next Avengers movie. I think it's very possible that it could be the Young Avengers is the next movie.
Okay.
The next Avengers movie. And then after that, you get the big Avengers movie. But I could see, obviously, Kate, obviously, Speed and Wiccan, Wanda's boys. Excuse me. Obviously, I can't remember Ant-Man's daughter's name. Scott's daughter's name.
Casey Lang.
Casey Lang, thank you. Yes. Casey, Miss Marvel. That's pretty much it. Oh, stupid me. America Chavez.
The girl from Freakies, Casey Lang.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I think they're building the Young Avengers.
Wait a minute. I think it's Cassie.
That's Cassie. Casey or Cassie Lang. Cassie Lang. That's it.
It is Cassie.
Yeah, because when you said Cassie, it didn't make any.
Cassie Lang.
I think it's Cassie. I was about to look it up, but I think it's Cassie because you were almost
It is Cassie. And that's interesting because the next few big titles are each somewhat passing along the torch to a degree. Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel deciding to go from just a sequel of hers to incorporating Monica. And Miss Marvel is 100% to give Miss Marvel a bigger stage than her series. And then obviously Cassie in Ant-Man 3, they recasted her even, which was super fucked up.
I don't know why did they do that? I actually liked Cassie that we got.
They weren't sold on the actress. I think in that moment they were just like, hey, we need someone to open the door and to hug someone. Anyone could do that.
Really quick. Who did they cast as Cassie then?
I told you, the girl from Freaky.
Right.
I don't know that.
Blonde girl. Yeah. She's got a big, right now she's got a bigger name tied to her, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. What show is she from?
Probably something Disney.
No, isn't she from not A Million Little Things? What was the other movie? Big Little Lies, I think she was from.
Oh, I would have no idea. I never watched.
Yes, she's the daughter of
right? It was Big Little Lies?
Yes, Big Little Lies, and she's the daughter of
Was it Reese? Not Reese. Was it Reese?
Yeah, it was
no.
Reese.
Was it?
I think it was Reese. No. She's the daughter of Zoe Clavish, stepdaughter of Zoe.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, stepdaughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I
in
think so.
that. I knew she. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. She was definitely in Big Little Lies. I couldn't remember who she was the daughter of, but that's what I know her from because I actually like that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know who you're talking about now. When you said, I actually didn't even see Freaky yet with Vince Vaughn. But
Really good movie.
yeah, I know what you were talking about. But at first when you said Freaky, I didn't know where you were going with that. And I was like, all right, it's not even 9:00 yet, and we're talking about that. Titties. But yeah, so all right, so she's gonna be Cassie Lang.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Now, knowing both actresses though, and I know her a little bit more because I know her from another series, I kind of like the original Cassie Lang.
I'm indifferent because I've never seen whatever show you're talking about. I liked her in Freaky.
I loved her in Freaky. Yeah.
But she's just a bigger name.
Okay.
A bigger name.
Right.
That's really all it is.
All right, I didn't even know they recasted her.
Realistically, she looks around the age that Cassie should be. That other girl sprouted to her 20s rather than just like 15, 16.
Yeah.
That always irked me every time I watched that movie. And I'm just like, it's only been 5 years. She was literally 9 the last time we
She was
saw
like
her.
50.
25.
She was 50.
Like, what the hell?
Paul Rudd's like, you're older than me, bitch.
Yeah, when Scott sees her, he's just like, you don't look 15. You look 30. That's what threw me off. I'm like,
yeah,
no way my daughter is 30.
It's Mark Paul Gosselaar in high school.
Yeah, I'm like,
Zach, you're 40.
It's like, what the? Who is this? But yeah, so they're building to the younger.
All right.
Group, so Kate Bishop's going to be a huge piece in that.
Okay.
In that
no, I look, dude. I'm eager to see Haley Steinfeld in anything. So I'm okay with that. Whether it's Young Avengers or Avengers that we get first, I'm all right with it. But more importantly, I am really excited about the series. Like I said, there's only 4 episodes left. After them dropping the first 2, but I enjoyed the first 2 really like a lot more than I thought I would, because again, can't say it enough. Love Jeremy Renner, love his version of Hawkeye, but in the grand scheme of things, when all Avengers are on the screen at the same time, obviously for me he's an afterthought. But I didn't have any doubts after we seen the trailers. I was kind of sold on it. I was like, oh, okay. When we got our first look and we got our trailers, the fact that they're going heavy on the Christmas theme, the fact that it was dropped the day before Thanksgiving, all those elements are adding to it. And the comedy, the comedic tones that they have, Haley Steinfeld's character being so sassy, and Kate Bishop, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait.
And 2 really quick things. 1, I can't wait till she gets the glasses. That completes Kate Bishop. She needs the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, another reason why I think Hawkeye 100% makes it out of this is this show ends around Christmas for us. So I think the last episode will probably be him actually getting to make it home
for Christmas. Yeah, that you know what though, you're right about that, and I really am sorry that I said it that way, because I don't even think I meant that he dies. I really did think I meant that he was going to pass on the mantle, because I was even thinking that too. I think it's going to end where he finally gets home, hopefully to his kids on Christmas. So yeah, right. I did also think that too.
And that's why I think he's just going to retire, retire and pass the mantle, because I think that'll be the gift he gives the kids. Besides just being there, is like, guess what? No longer Hawkeye, no more superhero.
Yeah.
Someone else took it. I'll be a stay-at-home dad from now on.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. If I was him, if I had a choice between battling the Tracksuit Mafia and cuddling with Linda Cardellini, I think I'm gonna go with Mockingjay or what is it? Mockingjay or Mockingbird? Mockingbird. Mockingbird or not, I'm gonna be with Mockingbird.
And I love that with the tracksuit.
Well, he does mention Katniss in the.
He did mention Katniss, yeah.
Which is awesome.
I'm sorry, what were we saying about the tracksuit?
No, I was just saying Tracksuit Mafia, aka Tracksuit Draculas. I love that they made sure that bro was in there, because in the comics, that's all they say.
Bro.
Everything ends in bro. You even see on the van that it says bro.
Yeah.
So I like that they kept that in there, because it's really fucking funny.
It is.
Just every word is bro, and it's like, oh my god. Which, by the way, Tracksuit Mafia does work for Kingpin also.
Yeah, another nod to Kingpin, and also too like the fight scenes in this. You know, the choreography when she's fighting when she's battling everybody in the fire, that was great. I love the scenes.
The shot where he catches the Molotov.
The Molotov. I was about to say that. What? But not only catches the Molotov, breaking the window so that it comes through instead of slamming on the window and exploding. Great scenes. And then obviously
you see her shoot the bottle, and he's just like, God damn, you're good.
Well, the bottle scenes was kind of cool.
Shooting the fire extinguisher, not so much.
And they were like going in and out. I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Also too, like really quick, and the reason why I really think it's focused on the mother is, and somebody else pointed this out too when I was watching the breakdowns of the episodes. All those trophies, some of the trophies in the pictures, right? There's one picture next to the trophies of an older adult. Not all those trophies are believed to be won by her in the very beginning of the series, which is alluding to the fact that her mother was also a competitor, and it was also either in fighting. And that's why that scene isn't a throwaway where she's like, "Look how cool your mom! Look what your mom can do." And she does the thing where she catches, I know it's stupid, where she catches something in her mouth. Oh, she's got to be an assassin. But I really think that's alluding to the fact that she has skills in herself. So I think that's why it's another nod to the fact. Because there isn't a picture of an older woman doing a handstand, and it's believed to be her mom. So I think her mom is also.
Well, also, we're not made to believe that Kate had any interest in academics like that until Hawkeye. And then when she asked for the bow and arrow, the montage of her going through all those different facets of training. So
yeah. I mean, going from a yellow belt to a black belt, not hitting the bullseye to hitting the bullseye, but she's not only
they actually hinted at that scene where she was I always say jousting, and jousting is not
fencing.
Fencing.
I don't know what it is with me and jousting.
Jousting, she would need a horse and a really long stick.
Bro, I'm telling you, there was some horse in this episode. No. But no, in the little montage at the beginning, she's kind of like underestimating her opponent, and they stab her.
Yep.
And then you see she comes back and completely nails it.
She's very arrogant in that scene where she's underestimating. She's just standing there.
It foreshadows her little scrimmage with Duquesne.
Yeah.
Where she's like, all right, I'm gonna bait you, but she didn't know how good he was. So as she's baiting him, it's kind of just like, oh shit, you're better than I thought. I thought you were just gonna be like, okay, but like, god damn, that was
no, actually no. I think it was the opposite, right? He was letting off to be not good, and she knew he was. She knew he was hiding.
No. I'm saying I don't think she thought he was that good.
Okay.
The move that he pulled, it was just like, shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was meant for her to. But like I said, I think at that point she knew something was up. I think that's why she wanted a defense. Actually,
she did. Yeah. She suspected him.
Yeah, she wanted him to lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was funny because she keeps working so hard for her mom to find out who he really is. Meanwhile, she's just like, "Oh no, I know. I know all about the game.
Yeah,
know exactly who he is."
Well, that mom is. Let's be honest. She's a little bit of a gold digger, but that's besides the point.
Not now. You can make a case before, not now though.
Why? She went from somebody who had money in the father, and then what do you call it? Duquesne is filthy rich.
Yeah, but once you get money like that, you have a need to sustain power, not the financial aspect.
Okay, power.
I didn't understand that though. If he was like filthy rich, especially in this episode, why did he stop bidding on the sword?
I didn't understand that either. I didn't know why. Well, if he really wanted that, why didn't he outbid?
Oh, because his uncle. I think his uncle controls the money. Right?
Okay.
And I think his uncle only allows.
That's why he's dead.
Amount. That's
why he's dead.
Just like, you're just gonna keep going.
Okay, that's why he's dead.
Knowing
okay.
You ain't got the money, And I think it was just like, let's take him out, so I inherit everything. We don't have to worry about it. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think she's a gold digger because she now owns her own company.
Well,
and
yeah,
I fully believe she's funding herself.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Now, no, 100% not. She
what
just the idea of power.
Does that little kid Armand the Seventh have any relevance in the comics or no?
Armand, the uncle?
The little kid. The very little kid. No, the little kid. Remember, he's like, so when we're talking to the older Armand, the one that gets killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking to the little kid, the little blonde kid, and he's Armand the 7th?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't know if he was a Easter egg or relevance or whatever. He's going to grow up to be the next Iron Man.
But I don't remember.
All right, guys. Well, yeah. So I mean, like, there's really not much to say. I did enjoy the first 2 episodes. I can't wait for the 3rd episode to drop on Wednesday. Loved it. Can't wait. What'd you guys think overall?
Not probably. It's easily the best first 2 episodes out of any of these Marvel shows.
Okay, I will agree. Now, and remember, I did say WandaVision is one of my favorites. It is. And the reason why WandaVision was one of my favorites is because of the conversation that we had weekly about it, especially you and I, Kitty, and all the theorizing we did, Mephisto, and stuff like that. But I will agree with you there. The first 2 it didn't kick off until the 3rd. Now, the first 2 episodes I didn't mind because I liked the whole retro. I love the old sitcoms that we got in the 50s and whatever, with Dick Van Dyke and whatever. So I didn't mind it. But if you're gonna judge the first 2 episodes of any series, I'll give you that. I'll agree with you. I think this is one of the better 2. I do agree with that. Kitty, what do you think?
Easily my favorite 2 episodes of all Marvel so far.
Okay, good. Yeah. Can't wait for the 3rd, and obviously when that drops, we will do a spoiler review for episode 3. Again, I want to thank my panelists. I want to thank Jawan over at Geek Vibes Nation. Jawan, the link to your YouTube channel is in the description. So guys, whoever's watching this at home, feel free to go in the description of this video and click his link. Show some love, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Kitty, thank you for coming on. I appreciate that as well. Our next show
is Kitty swooning over Dual Hill.
No. We have some. Hold on. What do I have lined up now? I'm forgetting. Sunday. Aren't we doing something Sunday? What am I forgetting? So next Saturday. Oh, Kitty, are you available? Because I made it for next Saturday, but
the Ghostbusters one. I saw.
Are you good?
Yeah.
All right. So next Saturday, I know we're doing our Ghostbusters Afterlife spoiler review, but aren't we doing something Sunday?
What about Chucky?
Is Chucky? That's what we're doing, Chuck?
I don't know. You never told me what day we were doing.
You never told me.
What day do we normally do Chucky?
It alternates. Some days we do it Saturday. Some days we do it Sunday.
I should be on top of things like this. Okay. Of course I'm logged out. Why wouldn't I be?
I mean, Joe, we also don't have to discuss this on there.
No, we don't. Trying to plug future shows. All right. But yeah, stay tuned next week for spoiler review to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Chucky. So I will say this. We're probably going to be doing our Chucky on Sunday. That's probably what I thought. That's probably what I had in mind for Sunday. That's probably why I said Sunday. Okay. So spoiler review for Chucky's season finale.
No.
Oh. What?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't caught up on Chucky in forever.
Oh, that's right. We didn't do Tuesdays. You know why? Saying, all right. Yeah. You know why I'm thrown off though? Because we just did Tuesday's episode.
Yes, that's why we did last week's episode.
Last Tuesday's episode on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So that's why I'm thrown off. So we're doing the spoiler review to the penultimate episode 7.
That's
and then we're doing the finale. The finale didn't air yet. Yeah.
I'm like, did Joe see it? I didn't see it.
Yes, I did. I got an advanced screening of the finale. Kitty, what do you got coming on your show?
I feel like if I say something, I'm going to stick my foot in my mouth again, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Do it. Say it. It'll give me views. It'll give me some views.
I'm good.
What can we expect on the next video?
I don't know. I'm just following you guys.
Do you want to? Are you going to join in on any of the Chuckies or no?
I mean, I can. I can watch them.
Are you caught up?
No, but I can be. They're like, what, 20 minutes long?
40.
40?
Yeah, they're 40 minutes.
I mean, I got, 3 episodes to catch up on? It's not a big
Something
deal.
like that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right, so Sunday I'll set it up. I thought we had something else going on too this weekend, but
I thought we were supposed to eventually do a Christmas thing.
That's coming next month. That's right before Christmas. That's around Christmas.
Superhero one.
Yeah.
And the superhero one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
and the Spider-Man one. We got a lot coming on in December. But that's December.
And The Matrix is coming out too.
That's December 22nd.
Oh, is it? That's far. Okay.
Yeah. All that's coming.
And Book of Boba.
All right, stop.
Let's just start throwing shit at
And the Home Alone reboot.
Joe, why do you dislike that movie so much?
I don't dislike it. I didn't even see it. I'm not going to see it. But if there is a
Saved
movie,
by the Bell season 2.
If there is a movie that you guys should catch on HBO Max, I'm not getting any money for this. I actually enjoyed it. 8-Bit Christmas was pretty fun.
What?
You know what? Make sure you get paid
Christmas.
For that,
oh, did you watch Red Notice yet?
I haven't. I was supposed to watch it tonight.
So
I was supposed to watch it tonight.
It is so good, Joe.
It's not too late. I'll watch it now. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna disconnect. We're gonna go. All right, guys, have a good night. And again, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's end this.